Hello friends, today I am Muskan from class 11th science stream from the Man School is here to explain the topic equilibrium and its applications. Equilibrium is a condition where the rate of forward reaction becomes equal to the rate of backward reaction. The forward reaction and the backward reaction takes place simultaneously and it seems to be as if there is no change in the concentration of the reactants and products. Actually, it is dynamic in nature. Let's see this by performing an activity. As you can see here, these four students are able to balance each other. The same thing happens in the reaction which is in equilibrium. As the rate of forward reaction balances the rate of backward reaction and the reaction remains in equilibrium. But friends, it is possible to shift the equilibrium to the reactant or the product side by changing the temperature, pressure or concentration. This is governed by Le Chatelier's principle, according to which if we change any of the factors that affect the equilibrium, then the reaction will shift to the direction so as to minimize the change. This is ferric chloride solution, which is yellow in color. This is potassium thiocyanate solution, which is colorless. Now I am taking 10 ml of ferric chloride solution using the measuring cylinder. And I am pouring the contents in another beaker. Similarly, I am taking 10 ml of potassium thiocyanate solution and mixing it with ferric chloride solution. As you can see, a deep reddish brown color complex is formed. Now this is diluted to 50 ml by adding 30 ml of water. As you can see, this is ferric chloride solution and it reacts with potassium thiocyanate solution, and on reaction it gives the equilibrium mixture which is reddish brown in color. Now we will study the effect of change in factors on the equilibrium. So to study this, we have taken this reaction mixture in the diluted form in these 6 test tubes. Here, the first test tube will be used for the reference and the other 5 test tubes we will change the factors and study the impact on these. Now in this first test tube, I am adding a few drops of ferric chloride solution. And after comparing it with the reference test tube, we can clearly see the color has become dark. Now this shows that the equilibrium has shifted towards the product side because addition of ferric chloride increases the concentration of ferric ions. In this second test tube, we are adding a few drops of potassium thiocyanate solution, and on comparing it with the reference test tube, we can clearly see the color has become dark. Again, in this, due to addition of potassium thiocyanate, the concentration of thiocyanate ion increases and the equilibrium shifts towards the product side. In the third test tube, I am adding a few drops of NaOH solution And now you can see the color has turned to yellow. Here, on addition of NaOH, it became yellow because the reaction shifts towards the reactant side as hydroxide ions reacts with the ferric ions and the concentration of the ferric ions decreases in the solution. In the fourth test tube, I am adding a few drops of AgNO3 solution and we can easily see the color has not only become light but it is getting white as well because the silver Ag plus ions reacts with the thiocyanate ions and thus results in decrease in the concentration of thiocyanate ions and the reaction shifts towards the reactant side. As you can see, I have taken two beakers, one containing hot water and the other containing ice cold water. Now I am going to place the reaction mixture in these two beakers. After 5 minutes, as you can see, the reaction mixture which was kept in hot water has moved towards the reactant side and the other reaction mixture which was kept in cold water has moved towards the product side because the cold water will absorb the heat released in the reaction. In exothermic reactions, the low temperature will make the reaction to go in forward direction. Thus, it can be concluded that using the knowledge and principles of chemistry, the desired products can be obtained from the chemical reactions and adverse impact on the environment can be minimized, which is the ultimate aim of green chemistry. Thank you.